A very spooky greetings once again, little Rimrims, and welcome to Rimworld with our good friend Taupehead Anne. Taupehead Anne in her very not anime adventures, where absolutely everybody is dead. And I want to be clear here for a little bit, peel back the curtain, so to speak. This may come as a surprise to you, but Anne is very overpowered. To the extent that if I were to min-max her powers and use it as effectively as possible, I genuinely believe she could take out any raid the game throws at us. Not just medieval kingdoms, but full-on cataphract squads. And that's because the vampire mod is very overpowered. So I am trying to fight a lot of these raids in a bit more of a fair and balanced way, I think. Particularly because she has a resurrect at any time button and because the ghouls have a regrow any limb and stop any injury button. Whenever I get some free time though, I do plan on rebalancing it so that we can use the full extent of their powers to fight whatever raid we've got. As it stands right now though, she is frighteningly powerful. Does that face to you not scream pure, unbridled evil? Oh, and on the subject of pure unbridled evil, a lot of people in the comments yesterday, I'm saying that the idea is evil, not the comments. A lot of people in the comment section suggested making 3 separate ideologians, one for the vampire, one for the ghouls, and one for the slaves, or slave in this situation. And I did experiment with it a little bit using some of the new memes and precepts, but the problem with it is, if we do that, the ghoul ideologian will become the dominant one, and it will basically supplement, and it kind of undermines her a little bit. And there should be no debate that she is the one in charge here. This is her colony, not the ghouls. Not to mention that the meme God Emperor, of course, doesn't work across ideologians. If we were to make a separate one for the ghouls as well, there would be no way they would still view Anne as God Emperor, because it's a separate ideologian entirely, right? But I also understand why it was suggested, because currently, say for example, Anne is upset because of the blind sight. She isn't blind, but I mean, that's the job for the ghouls. And I think we've just got to accept that's going to be part of it. What I might do next Reformation is swap out Pain is Virtue for one that favors comfort again and go for an entirely separate meme. Again, because Anne is affected by it, she wants more than just a slab bed. And given that these 4 have been handpicked by Anne, I think they deserve more than a slab bed too. I will also admit, though, I did underestimate this new storyteller a little bit. The storyteller does send a lot of events. We had 3 sieges over the course of yesterday, not to mention all the other little things that happened too. So we'll definitely go a little bit harder with things, but not so much that Anne is, you know, soloing every single raid. First thing I want to do then is let's get Aragon fully upgraded. There is no reason to have a ghoul in this colony who isn't always silent level 5. Thank you, Buffy. And with that, all of our ghouls are now fully upgraded. I know that you can get silent level 6, but you cannot get it as far as I know with this ritual. Both the times I tried it with Buffy, it failed. Maybe you need to get the highest level of ritual success. Now, on the subject of ghouls, Eddie survived the entire thing. And not only did she survive where every other slave died, she would also be one of our most skilled ghouls. So I think survival of the fittest and someone who fills a very niche skill set that right now we don't have filled. Eddie, welcome to the team. You know what? Let's go ahead and recruit her as a full-blown colonist. And then past this point, we will not get any more ghouls beyond it. 4 is going to be a bit of a risk with Anne having to feed them all vitae. I'm going to have to do a little bit of micromanagement there, but I think the trade-off is very much worth it. That also gives us the opportunity to rebuild the slave pens entirely from scratch. We recruit an entire new loadout with that. And on the subject of it, it's a bad day to be Vince. Oh, paralytic apatia for 31 days. I mean, sure, we could turn him into a ghoul and maybe heal him, but we'd have to recruit him first, and he also can't walk. I think, little Vince, I'm gonna borrow your skull, my friend. So let's finish off the final part of the things that we've queued up here. And then we'll say no more building for a long time unless it is Anne's castle. The important thing. These slave pens have taken more time to build than the rest of the bloody base combined. Mmm, delicious. A tasty mouthful of Vince. Somebody also suggested changing the cattle ideologian to include cannibalism. And I mean, it does kind of make sense. That way Anne will be sipping on the most premium well-fed slaves, who probably have all number of prions and neurological diseases, but that's okay. They haven't got to think good, they've just got to taste good. So all of this is being built out of bone. Super cheap to produce and super cheap to replace if they do break down and smash it to pieces. And I just buried all those corpses, but in hindsight, we could build the slave pits out of the previous slaves. I like that idea. Gonna get Anne to crack open a cold one with the boys, or the boys in this case being Aragon. Hello, friend. Wow, humans really don't have that many bones, huh? And immediately putting on all their clothes. That's so weird. I'm glad I finally managed to gain your trust. I'm sure you'll be an important part of our community, Eddie. But Eddie, you don't get to keep your name. You, my friend, are now known as the Muffin Man. Anne finds it very amusing. In fact, You know what would be even more amusing? That's so good. And she really did fill a skill gap in the colony. Not only is she a very good cook, but she's the only one of the ghouls who can build anything. Means if you want a free Anap to do a lot of wardening, say, for example, we recruit, I don't know, a bunch of slaves like is the plan. That means that we've got all of our bases covered. We've got dedicated crafter, dedicated cook, dedicated grower and animal handler, dedicated researcher. It's a good ghoul lineup, but no more ghouls. That's it now. Ghouls are done. I don't want to have to micromanage anymore. Well, that tells quite the story, doesn't it? So the good news is, everything is done, with the exception of the throne room, because we don't have any gold. The crappy base is built, the soil is plowed, slaves have been recruited, and then they've ruined my fucking day. Engel was dissatisfied with the ideology of the settlement for a long time. She has secretly enlisted some of the settlers, and they now call themselves tribal super-pastafarianism. She's also taken Muffin Man and Aragon. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. I love what the mod's trying to do. I really do. I think the idea of a lot of ideology splintering out like that naturally would be great, but the fact that we just recruited someone we've just converted, they take half the colony with them, I'm not sure about that one, Chief. We would have imprisoned half our people and then would have spent the rest of the episode converting them back. I think I'm alright. If it was like multiple vampires in the colony though, all vying for power, splitting off their ideologies, that'd be pretty good. So next step is to start building back up the slave pits. What we've got right now is a single slave. We've got 2 massive farms down here and all the farms in the actual mountain base. Eventually, I'll probably move all of this out. We could turn them into prisons or medical research labs. I don't know if that's the legal term. War crimes, I think, is the legal term. But it would make more sense not having part of Anne's castle dedicated to growing mushrooms, as much as we love mushrooms here. Now, how are we going to refill the slave pits and kickstart our breeding program and give Anne enough blood to go around? The first thing I want to try, and I've no idea how to do it, which is on brand with just about everything I do, I want to find out how we use the feudal trait. Once per season, I can request for an experienced mercenary from your faction to join your colony. So, I guess, if we go request mercenary... Wow, it's that easy, huh? They're also a child. Medieval slave of the vampire. They're 8 years old. And they had a Zeus hammer. Of course they did. An 8-year-old slave is perfect, because that's... I've got to be very careful about how I phrase what I'm about to say. Ideally, we need younger individuals willing to join our colony unwillingly, so that... they have the longest time to establish relationships and choose to make a family of their own accord. There you go, I think I'm safe. And the backstory is also slave. Childhood medieval slave. Well, congratulations, it's your adulthood too. And Engel is only 23, so she has all her life ahead of her. Given that we now have 2 slaves very suddenly, I guess what we'll do is we'll make a slave area and then regular people. By regular people, I mean blind psychic ghouls that survive drinking the blood of a vampire, and Anne, who is staggeringly abnormal. Also, we just have a shitload of marble now because I realized I built half of this out of marble blocks, so I replaced it all because they don't deserve such fine things in life. Wow, what a lovely slave area. And wow, what a lovely regular person area. You see the problem, right? There's no overlap and we've just imprisoned a child. The warden can't get to the child. That child is freaking out. My God, that is some creepypasta shit. So I'm building a prison. That's gonna be our kind of holding area, and then when they're converted, we can dump them over. I suppose I'll also have to allow them access to like up here, because if they grow any crops, any excess, they've got to give to Anne and friends. So I guess over here I'll put down a storage building for overflow, and then we'll come and collect it from here to take back to the regular people base. This game is terrible. Morally, that is. I mean, in terms of gameplay, it's alright. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but morally reprehensible. But like pretty fun though. We're all gonna join Fat Larry in the deepest, darkest of hell. But for today, we have Anne. And that's good enough. Now, while I was waiting on them to finish all the buildings, I specifically didn't queue up any research so we didn't miss anything important. Not that we have anything important. 2 different ways to cook food. Stone crushing and simple decorations. Oh, a pet bowl for Priscilla. Poor Priscilla is having to eat off the floor like some sort of animal. Poor Priscilla is having to eat off the floor like some sort of slave. And given that we're like 10% more sweaty now, I've added a smelt and destroy bill for everything that we don't have the technology to use. So that way it's not adding anything to the game difficulty of the raids that we're going to be up against unless we can actually use it, at which point there's no excuse. Perish at that point. And on the subject of that, let's get our people re-equipped then, because the next way could be basically whenever. Let's go dual-wield crossbows for you. Hell yeah. Arbalists and dual-wield crossbows is a very, very significant upgrade over big animal horn. Oh, no way, we have 4 arbalists. Hey, there you go, look at that. And possesses you to kill your friend under a rain of crossbow bolts. Oh, I get it. I would do it too. And of course, there would be another bug. Turns out when she tries to feed, if it goes into an area she can't access, she just stands still. Vampire mod, I love you, but you're ruining my life. Much like all the nuggies. Stacks and stacks of nuggies. If they didn't want me to have heart disease, they should make them so delicious. Speaking of delicious. Oh, no. Hey, Anne, can you get me some food already? I think you'll find dinner is served, Cassia. She also gained a level in vampirism, but unfortunately it's a bit redundant, given that she's level 68. So close. And 38 points available that we can spend on absolutely nothing. Tragically. Oh, intricate medieval prosthetics, or we can make alcohol, or we can make a sauna. All vampires need a sauna. Oh, and probably worth mentioning, the one incident we did get during all that time spent building was a space battle, which might mean we get a load of free steel. And we need 50 steel for the art bench, so that would mean we can finally build this bloody Tenets of Blood we've been waiting for. Show me steel. If you've patched it to give iron, I'll cry. Steel. Big if true. Now we just need 50 of it. We do also have to build Muffin Manor House at some point. That name is so good. We do also have to build Muffin Manor House at some stage, which we'll do in a second. I want to see what other... Hello there. Whoa, a whole bunch of new royal furniture. And it's your time to shine, my friend. And actually, on the subject of luxury furniture, how far are we off of being able to reform the Ideological? 8 out of 16. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. I guess we could just have a couple of fun little rituals. I'm not sure about that one. Begin the mutilation of Anne Guine. As in, she owns the mutilation, not as in we're going to mutilate. No. We're not going to mutilate her. Who shall we mutilate? This child. No way. Buffy offered thoughts on the music of screams. Holy shit. Anne's not even here. Was she not invited to her own mutilation? I mean, as in she owns it. Obviously, we're mutilating a child, which makes it way better. Buffy, you're fucked up. What did that do? Oh, okay, so we're not, like, pulling their arms off. It's just giving them a little bit of a scarification. That's fine. There are a lot of cultures that do that. Ours just do it for the wrong reasons. Buffy screamed maniacally. Yeah. Hey, there we are. And once Anne's finally finished building this friggin' roof, we can actually start setting the slaves to do some good work over here as well. We'll keep all the precious Devil Strand growing in Anne's castle, though. We're not going to let the slaves have access to that. No, you cannot. Ideology change. All right, here you go. The diversity in ideology surrounding your colony has opened up the minds of your colonists to change. Your colonists are debating adopting the following from the cattle. Oral tradition respected... I mean, that's fine. Occasionally, we'll have to do a ritual where we speak about how great Anne is, so I'm alright with that. Slavery is acceptable rather than honorable. Ooh. That would be a significant mood loss. Right now, it's not a big deal because we've only got 2 slaves, but in the long term, that could be quite a lot. Oh my god, but work drive tripled. Anne has decreed they work hard. This is the great rebuild, after all. I mean, we lose honorable. Which is, again, like, right now we wouldn't lose or gain any mood. But in the long term we would. But work drive tripled, though. I gotta do it. I've got to take it. Until we have more cattle, we have to become the cattle. It is of great shame. Not to Anne, because she's going to do exactly the same work she did before. You just mangled this child and then you've left it in the cathedral. No one's going to escort it home. I mean, it doesn't have a home, it's a slave. No one's going to escort it out of the cathedral, though. We've got to rearrest it. For fuck's sake. Do you think I'd get away with calling this episode mutilating a child? I mean, it's what happened. This isn't my fault. I didn't cause this to happen. I demanded their best warrior. They sent me an 8-year-old. In fact, that's a good point. I demanded their best warrior and they sent me an 8-year-old. There's no wonder our settlements are getting decimated. We've got 15,000 silver, so on the subject of settlements, I think we'll upgrade Blood Gulch again. This will never turn a profit. We've already got all the workers sent in, so to help us with the research, it's costing us 2,200. So we are... Oh my god, look at coagulation, though. And... the other slave is escaping. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why we're making 6,500 from this place. There must be an event. Oh, there you go. Struck a rich ore vein. For another 4.5 days. That's only 1 tithe, so it's not a big deal. Wow, so the next payment we get out of that is... gonna be incredible. And actually, is that in Ansylvania? Oh, it's in all of them? Oh, there you go. So that's happening in Coagulation and Ansylvania. That's happening in all 3. So I set Ansylvania to also go for wildlife as well. They're a militia settlement, but we haven't got any other militia buildings, so I thought we might as well turn a profit. They also got very lucky in that they're also being able to get the wildlife bonuses. Holy crap. That's 6,800 profit. In that case, we're going to build Anna a completely silver bedroom. I don't know if... Did you just light the mushroom on fire and then put it out? This is the worst slave escape I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, fuck the system. Oh, but not that much. Ooh. And she's just walking away. Hey, Engel, look. You've been here, like, 5 minutes. You are a massive pain in the ass. Can we just send her? No. No. Oh, and it interrupted the fucking power. The powers don't go on cooldown unless they don't work in the first place. Mesmerizer. Anne, hit it with your magic eyes. Give her the look. Blue steel. It didn't work. Right, see, now that does make things quite difficult. All right, beat her. Beat her. Carefully beat, though. Nice, there we are. Oh, I also have just noticed that the Muffin Man is still wearing a slave outfit, so it would help if we gave that to these people instead. Strip, Engel. You will be shamed. Get her back to bed. We'll patch her up. I'll take an ear. As long as we didn't just, like, knock one of her limbs off. Wow, this really is working as intended, huh? Oh, she's fine. And just annihilated her. Okay, well, left ear. Come on, hand it over. And these dryads, though. Wow. Wait, what? Slaves in colony. We're keeping slaves. It's wrong. Caused in... What? Belief in blood-pact slavery is horrible? Did I misread it entirely? No. Slavery is horrible now rather than just accept... That said acceptable, right? You shit! Did the slaves just get her on politics? They had a rider that no one knew about. Oh, you absolute shit. Wait, so do the slaves care about? Slavery is acceptable. So the slaves are okay with slavery, but our people aren't. Beliefs changed, -8. Yeah, you're telling me. I'm at -12 right now. We could put the ears on display with all of the skulls. Oh, that'd be quite nice. And by nice, I mean morally reprehensible, but kind of nice. Muffin Man is sleeping in the prison. Turns out these decorative door frames were 15 steel apiece. It's no wonder we ran out of fucking steel. Come on, Buffy, calm down. We need someone here to prune these Garanlan. Imperial architecture. I can't wait to not have enough steel to build that. Oh no, a trait changed. Aragon lost the trait hates dumb labor. Oh shit. Oh no, wait. He still hates dumb labor. You got my hopes up there for a second. Okay, so let's make the... Well, firstly, terror sculptures would be a fantastic idea. Am I losing my mind? Do we just build it? Have I not needed an art table all this time? No. Okay. Ah, there it is. I went right past it. We could make that out of solid silver. All right, fine. And then with all the excess marble... Oh, well... I guess we'll build them out of bones. We could build a septic tank to drown people in. Printing. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Or servant hounds. Hounds that are resurrected and their mouths filled with toxic saliva. I mean, that sounds good. I do feel like they are somewhat overshadowed by Priscilla, both literally and physically and metaphorically. But the more important point is it leads to servant grunts, which are like dogs but people. They're nothing at all like dogs. What I mean says they are people resurrected to serve. Now, I may regret this, but we do have 2 quests for the Ankaran sarcophagus, our next relic. One of them is in a secret structure, the other is hacking a space drone. So I'm thinking, Aragon and Anne hack the space drone, and then Buffy, Von Helsing, and the Muffin Man. We pop those 3 in the shuttle, we send them up to the structure, and we get 2 relic quests done immediately. Wow! This place is kind of cool. And I think this might be one of the first time I've seen these shuttle complexes not deep in an ice cap. Okay, quick in and out job. Let's divide and conquer a little bit. You go to... Oh my god, what happened here? Get some of you cracking these crates open too. It's rare that I check them, but they might have some pretty valuable stuff in for our level of the game. I don't know, like gold. That was pretty much the exact thing I was looking for. 58 hyperweave as well? I don't think we can do anything with that, but there we are. Wow, that was fucking easy, huh? Oh god. We can take the corpses with us. You want to take some corpses? Nice. There you go. Why do I feel like I'm going mad and they're not sending any raiders? Whoops. Hacking takes time. Wow, okay, I guess there are just no raids? The truth is, I've never known how to play this game. I just pay people to play it for me, and then I commentate over the top. I did genuinely think all of the shuttlecraft landings came with raiders after 8 hours, but I guess not. Or I guess so. How dare you? Oh man, that's a lot of Timberwolves. Well, luckily, we have a lot of crossbows. Oh god, who's outside the walls? Oh, Aragon. Oh no. What are they doing? They're not Manhunter. But they've got Scaria though, right? Okay, so they're not Manhunter now, but they will be. We've seen this happen before. It's almost reassuring to have a bug that isn't just from this mod pack. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh man, these crossbows. Let's see if we can just bait the whole pack into going Manhunter rather than ticking over one at a time whenever the Scaria kicks in. We'll get Anne to take out a couple here and there as well, because I can't imagine it'll be long before that condition reasserts itself. At least this will be plenty of bones. Assuming some of them don't completely rot away. Who are you? Hello? Well, he's by himself. Just a random person's turn up to the base. Please hit something with that crossbow, for God's sake. Oh, wow. That's it, right in the foot. Thanks, Achilles. Very cool. Holy shit, the worst part is he did only hit him in the foot. It was enough to kill him because he also had an artery blockage and hypothermia. What the fuck? I've got to ask, if Aragon's out here hacking the space drone with 2 hands, what's he holding that crossbow with? Oh, man, this storyteller loves to send meteorites, huh? So hear me out here, with the exception of the stockpile zone where they're going to put food to give to us, and the extra building for the Muffin Man. We've got everything we need to start rebuilding the slave pits, and we just happen to get a quest where if we take on 4 prisoners for this person... Oh, they're the ruler of our settlement. Oh, interesting. Okay. If we take that, we will get a raid from the Exodus Imperium of 1 cataphract, 6 champions, 7 janissaries, and 2 troopers. It's only for 5 days. But that is quite a powerful raid. But it will also prove my theory that I think Anne is strong enough to take out whatever the hell she wants. So you know what? Bring them on. Don't panic though, they have sent us some combat beekeepers. One of which I'm fairly certain is blind. Really? Well, he's not even psychic either. I think the leader of our cities out there in the world is trying to get us killed so they can take this one. Alright. Well, let's hope they also don't drop all of their stuff when they're undrafted. Quilting so we can be an Australian, or complex clothing so we can make actually useful things. Witches' stockings? Sold. Oh, this is good. The mushrooms will flow. Oh, God. That seems quite a lot. Hello. Oh, wow, that is a lot. 12 Imperials, or 12 people to help sow mushrooms? Let's immediately just start picking them off. I don't care about taking prisoners at this point. We'll wait until we've cleared most of the raid before that becomes an issue. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Slice. Oh, that's actually really cool. Oh, wowee. I quite like that power. Okay, you can die. Oh, this is not looking so good, huh? And now you can sit down. Nice. And then you can disappear as well. And then you can sit down too. That looks like a child. That one's more valuable. And then you can die. Excellent. And then you can die. Then you can sleep. Alright, well there we go. Nothing to worry about. Good lord, it's too... she's too powerful. This is why I've been trying to hold her back just a little bit. Because it's, I mean, it's a bit silly otherwise. Why did everybody immediately start vomiting? Hey? Psychic vertigo. Oh, they did... Oh, they kidnapped their own person that we possessed. Well, he's not going to get very far. Well, we only got 3 of them, but 3 from an Exodus Imperium raid, I think is pretty good. I mean, us not getting horribly murdered immediately, I think is also pretty good. Oh, good. Wow, that is a little bit larger than the one before. Fucking hell. This time, Anne is going to have to go all out. I do love their child soldiers. They are really not afraid to send those in, huh? I also really like the fact that they're on par with our own tech. I was worried that when they said cataphracts, they meant actual full-on cataphracts with cataphract armor. But they are just more well-armed medieval characters instead. I don't know what mod is causing that, but that's really, really nice. They do still have some high-powered rifles, so we're going to be a little bit careful. Just start putting them down as they get a little bit too close. What's Anne's blood level like? Dangerous. We can only cast another 12 powers. I mean, 12 powers will still hold it. Let's possess you. Then you could be a nice little distraction for us there. What have you got? Ignites. EMP blow. Ignite just lights people on fire? How does that work? Doesn't look like it. Okay, you know what? Just start blasting. Give Anne a little bit of cover as she moves in a little closer. Nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. A bit closer. Axe. Die. Prodos. Die. Calathes. Oh, it went on cooldown at long last. Okay. Drop you. They're beginning their assault. Okay, you know what? Good enough. Good enough. Drop you. Now, sending them all to sleep isn't exactly going to help us in the long term unless we can run over there bloody fast and finish the job. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. There is quite a lot left. Oh, Anne. They're fleeing. Well, they're not fleeing, though. They don't flee. Raiders will never flee. Oh, God. Okay, okay. That's getting a little dangerous. And come on, come on, come on, come on. Problem is, they're going to start... Oh, my God. Okay, that's another power on cooldown. Just get over there, finish them off. Just kill what we can. Okay, die. I'm sure our people can help out a little bit. Hey, that one got back up. Okay, faster. We need to kill them faster, Anne. For God's sake. No! You know what? You know, forget it, forget it, forget it. Finish the ones on the ground. Finish the ones on the ground. Come on. Nice. Okay, that's another one down. Powers are all still on cooldown. Let's just get her to fight for a little while. She's good at fighting. There you go. She can manage it. The powers don't make the vampire, okay? She's powerful enough without them. Just not maybe powerful enough to soak up a bunch of bullets. Nice. Okay. How many have we got left? 6. I think let's not worry about that person. They'll get swept up by the ghouls. And let's not worry about you either. Let's come over in this direction. Are they actually flying? Just says moving. Okay. I guess we'll go for you then. They look as if they're going off the map. Yeah, they are. Kind of hoping we can take some alive. And no pressure. All right. Forget I asked. Forget I asked. Unless we can send them to sleep now, there's no way we can... Oh, you know what? Let's just try and corral them back to the base. Anne's going to be a herder. Oh, you poor fool. Oh. Okay. You know what? We might be able to send this one. Nice. That's exactly what I was after. Hey, good work. That's it, Buffy. Shoot them in the neck. How are you doing? 4 hours. Yeah, I mean, that's what being shot in the neck will do to you, huh? I'm going to capture them, then we'll immediately tend them afterwards. How's Anne doing corralling that final one? I don't think her sleep power is going to be off of cooldown. Maybe we'll just get these guys to beat them. Go beat that child. They're 52. Go beat that adult. That's fine. Come on, I need mushroom farmers, damn it. Drop. Not like that. Oh, you people suck. That's one more person, though. And this time I wasn't going to pull any punches. We definitely need to take those guys out before they kill us horribly. Oh, you know what I said? Tend. I wasn't saying, you know, tend until you get bored of tending. Oxygen deprivation, clinical death. Okay, we might not have captured any in that case because Buffy decided to go and vent to Aragon instead of actually doing a fucking job. Oh, shit. Brain damage. Minor. Well, it's only minor brain damage. You don't need that big a brain to do mushroom. And she's back up already. Couldn't have been that bad at all. So we've got Cassia, Engel, Vitula, Metgal... Torpor, Theophilos and Gordiana. That's 5 slaves, assuming that we don't lose any of them and we're actually able to recruit them all in time and they don't die to the cold. Naked slaves outside in the minus 26-degree weather. And hopefully with that, that should be the end of the quest. I will admit, that was a little bit too dangerous. Oh, shuttle arrives in another 1.7 days, but it does say there are only 2 raids. So hopefully that's good. We get a lot of skill training crafters out of that as well, so we can finally start gearing up with proper medieval stuff. We still don't have a way to get steel, so I don't know what research that requires. We've got engineering, though, on the list, so it could be associated with that. I have no idea. I've never played Medieval Overhaul before, but I think out of all the Medieval mods, it might be my favorite so far, just judging from what we have played. Either way, I think we've done an incredible job. To go from the end of yesterday's episode, where we had a completely barren slave district, we had a bunch of semi-dead ghouls, everybody was dead besides Anne, who I suppose is dead when you think about it. To have fully built and restocked the slave pits, not fully restocked, but you know, we've got 5 new people joining us. I think it's mushroom hours. And who doesn't love mushroom? Me, I don't love mushrooms. I think they're fucking despicable things, and the fact that we're doing a whole series about it is vile. But I do love the patrons for their support over at the executive producer tiers over at Patreon. Thank you to Huntsman, Phoenix Odinson, Squires, Rim Me Gently, No PM, Bug551, Grumpy Furball, Grey Plays, Encroslave, Blobber, Ice Stab Cows, Evan Crocker, The Legend Boss, Highly Caffeinated Gamer UK, Bobson Dugner, and Azathoth Bloodfang for their support. The executive producer tiers over at Patreon. Thank you all for making the channel possible. I will update the end credits very, very soon. It's just I don't normally do that. I have a Patreon servant who makes the end credits for me, but she's not here. I'm so lonely. Thank you as well to Yannick, Technomen08, Tamu, The Little Moist Man, Dark Misery TC, Lazy Panda, Juniper Berry, Huntsman, Koi, Oracle, The House of Blues, Gavin, Deadly Kitten Hunt, Redeemer50288, Marcus Absent, and Amanda as well.